You know what, y'all? I was generally doing very well for myself. Alright, I made that video, I think it's about a week ago, saying, fuck Wiz, basically. Okay. And I was doing really good. I was doing really good prior before I made that. And then when I made that video, y'all will not stop leaving me alone. I got DMs, I get pinged in Discord, in Wiz. I get people being like, please make content again, please, please. And holy shit, dude. If I ever actually quit this game, I just need to like deactivate social media like entirely. Like, holy shit. Like, I feel bad. You guys made me feel bad. So I'm back here making this video. What I do want to say though about that last video, it technically might have been a little bit clickbait, but technically, I am keeping my word, right? Because what I said is I will not be doing Storm, and as you guys can see on my account here, I've kept my word. I've only quested my fire. I haven't quested anyone else to 180. I started on my death a little bit, but every other year, the past 4 years, I got all 7 schools max within the first week of the update. I think it's been out for like a little over 2 weeks, I think now, maybe. And I only have the fire done. So that there is progress being made, okay? You guys can't act like there's not. But yeah, I'm not going to bother leveling this guy to 180 until 190 comes out. There's just no point. I stand by my word. The school is shit in PvP, and in PvE, the stat upgrade isn't there, so it is what it is. But instead, what I am going to do is kind of shift away from talking about problems in the game, and this is probably generally a good thing for the channel as well. But that'll help me be more positive and less negative if I just don't focus on trying to make the game better and helping the developers, you know what I mean? But there are some things I do want to make for the community, which is this video today and what you'll see in the future. And like I said in my last video, when I said I'm going to kind of like step away a little bit, do not expect these videos to be every day, every other day like it used to be, y'all. I'm just trying to set that expectation for y'all because, you know, I uploaded daily every other day for years. So it's not going to be very frequent. Maybe once a week, I would say. That would be like a safe bet, I would say. And it's just going to be a video for the community to help people. So I'm probably still going to make the guides, like the gear guides. So basically those are videos of like the best setups for PvE, PvP, you know, show the decks and whatever. Those perform very well every year. Some of my most popular videos on the channel every year. So I might grind because November, December is a pretty good month for YouTube. So maybe I'll do a little more. Anyways, enough yapping about the last video. I just thought I would address it because I know there's going to be some motherfuckers in the comments being like, oh, Liam, you know? So, yeah. So, in today's video, I want to talk about something that was brought up in the Discord, and it kind of inspired an idea of mine. Okay, so this was basically in the Discord, like I said, and people were just yapping about how sweaty PvP is and the barrier to entry and whatever, which is completely valid, by the way. And what I proposed was they should make practice a whole different system. Okay, so don't even call it practice PvP, call it like unranked. A lot of games have this nowadays where like it's just unranked and then you have your ranked mode. So the reason I think Wiz needs to have this is simply, well, it's just beneficial to all the players in the game. Okay? Now, why is it beneficial to all the players in the game? You might be asking yourself, okay? So, if we have an unranked mode, I should probably play the game so you're just not staring at nothing, sorry. But if we have an unranked mode in Wiz, okay, that would help the casual players get into PvP because you hear stories and nightmares all the time from newer players or even people I've coached, shout out to the Fiverr, shameless plug there. You hear these nightmares about they go into PvP, they just get stomped and they feel like they don't learn anything. And then that discourages them from actually doing PvP anymore. So that's an issue, right? But if you have an unranked mode, you don't have to be worried about your ratio or, losing rank and having to get it back later. So automatically that would help with the player retention in the game, which is a good thing. Now the next kind of player I want to talk about is going to be actually the person in the Discord themselves that brought this up or inspired the idea. So they're more of a casual player. Obviously they do PvP, so they're not like that casual, you know what I mean? But it's like they casually PvP. They're not really a sweat. They like to have fun. They like to goof around, that kind of thing, And I think that's completely valid, like even people in my chat always ask me like, oh, do fun stuff. And it's not that I don't want to do fun stuff. Like if you go back on the channel, you'll see some of my first videos were me just doing dumb, goofy crap all the time. Okay, so like I actually do like to do fun stuff, but the issue is Wiz has such a I don't want to call it like a toxic ranked system, but it kind of feels toxic, and it's so sweaty, the environment for how casual the game is. I don't really know if I'm making sense here or not, but it's just so sweaty that once you rank up, you can't play for fun because you're automatically going to lose 90% of the time. And when you lose at high rank, it's like you're getting a toe chopped off or a finger chopped off or it's just very painful. Okay. Now it used to be worse, but it's significantly better now, which I am thankful for, by the way. Yeah, this would be good for the people who just want to play for fun, like the person in the Discord, and it would be good for the people just trying to get into PvP, so they actually have some breathing room to, look around and not be so anxious about their rank, I guess, because a lot of people tend to be in general, right? That's a very common thing. And this would also be a very beneficial system to high rank players as well that I just briefly talked about there, right? So whether it's me or other people in the community, right? It's like I would like to try some gimmicky stuff and have fun with it and whatnot, but again, in ranked, like there's a lot on the line. Like a loss or two is a lot of your time sunk in Wiz. So like you're not gonna risk that. You know what I mean? However, if we have an unranked mode and a ranked mode, I can be like, okay, am I gonna sweat for rank today? Or am I gonna have fun? Or I might have variety and do both on my stream. I think both from a content creation perspective and just as a player as well. I think this would be so good for the game, and every other game in the industry pretty much has this, right? It's just a standard at this point. Also, another thing I want to bring up here is something they talked about in the Discord briefly. This isn't confirmed to be coming to the game, but they're kind of interested in it. So about a year and a half ago, I made a short and I basically talked about renting meta gear sets and whatnot to try out PvP and see if you like it. So basically, again, a solution to help get newer players into PvP, kind of, dip their toes in the water, see if they like it or not, because a lot of times what will happen, and again, I've seen this a lot just coaching people, but they will spend all this time getting ready to PvP. It takes so long. Everyone knows the barrier to entry is crazy, right? They do PvP, and they're not a fan of it. They might not like Rochambeau. They might have wanted like the old PvP system, and it's just not like that anymore. Various reasons why they just don't like it. But they put all that time in for nothing, which isn't a very good return on investment for the player. So completely valid. I've made videos for years on this game, and I feel like they will listen to my shorts, but not my videos, where I actually busted my ass, got the gameplay, did the math, like, and that's exactly why I was just like completely demotivated this update. By the way, it's because like I did all that, and like they just didn't give the fuck. They didn't give a fuck, the developers. Okay, so, but apparently they like the shorts. So I don't know. Maybe I should do more shorts. I know y'all wanted to see more shorts as well. By the way, um, I do like making them. They're very easy to make as well. So I might try and do that. I just want to talk about that in this video because I think it's just another great idea. And I don't really see any negatives to them doing this, right? Like they're catching up to the industry standard and it's helping every kind of player, both from like super competitive, hardcore to the new casual player and somewhere in the middle. It's good for everybody, you know? So I don't really see any negatives to this. I mean, some people were saying that, oh, this is neat, but like if there's no incentive to go ahead and try it, you might not want to do it. But then I think again about other games, y'all, they have unranked modes as well, and you don't really get jack shit from them. Like sure, you may have like a daily challenge or something, but like generally you just play unranked because like you're just trying to chill, you know? So I don't know if I agree with like you need an incentive to do unranked. I feel like the incentive it should be to just have fun in unranked, and if you do want to get into PvP for like the warlord cards, that's a very common thing that people want in PvP. Just look at it like, okay, I'm going to try unranked in ways, I'm going to practice, learn the skills I need, and then go into ranked. Again, I just think it's just W's all around here. But of course, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? And yeah, I hope I made everything pretty clear in this video because I rewatched my last one and I feel like I wasn't as clear as I thought I was once I rewatched it. So I apologize for the miscommunication there and a little bit of clickbait, I guess, as well. But I mean, like every WizTuber does that, you know. It's just how it is. It's just how it is, you know. But yeah, I will just reiterate at the end here. Just do not expect a crap ton of videos getting pumped out like I used to. Not doing that anymore. Do not expect me to go and bust my ass for King's Isle without them like paying me or putting me in extra credits or whatever. Like, I'm done doing labor for free for this company. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm chill. I talked to Ferric years ago, about 3 years ago, I think, 2.5 years ago, maybe 3. Back when I had like 2K subs, and he was like, "Yo, like, listen, man, I respect your grind because I used to upload every day, y'all." But he said you would get to a point where you feel like you have to make Wiz content and like you're not going to enjoy it as much and such. And it's just crazy because Ferric literally predicted like everything, like how I would feel about Wiz and all this shit like 3 years ago. And I should have listened, but I'm listening now and I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing not to prioritize this game because why would I prioritize a game when the devs they just don't care to prioritize their community? Just, you know, is what it is. But yeah, that's it for the video, y'all. I hope I cleared everything up. I will see you probably next week or in a couple of days or something whenever I decide to upload again. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and sub if you made it this far. If not, that's okay. I appreciate you for watching. Take care and goodbye.